Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Uncle Bruce, and today I'm here again with Juvenile. How are you doing, Juvenile?
I am okay, Bruce. Thanks for asking. Hi, everybody. Nice to be back.
So, we're going to talk today about an article about animals. Okay, and so I'm going to share this with you right here. This is what we're going to be talking about: is why your dog helps you relax more than your friends do. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
on Instagram. So let's talk about this. What is the idea here?
What caught my attention is the matter that I link it to the time that we are living now, where people are getting more stressed, sometimes very concerned about their jobs, their families, and the situation around the world and other things. So what I think the interesting here is, instead of to spend time with other humans,
Mhm.
friends, and other people. If you spend your time with your dog, it helps more you than your friends, or I don't know family, but than your friends.
Mm,
According to this research and according to the psychologists in the article.
okay. Well, I know that one thing is normally the dog doesn't talk back to you. Okay.
Exactly.
They only are there to comfort you because a dog is a man's best friend.
Exactly. And actually, dogs don't judge you.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine you could say the same for cats. Dogs and cats are in the same group of animals that are pets for us. And we spend a lot of time with them if we own one, and we enjoy their company. So
Yeah.
we don't have them saying bad things about us or to us. They just want our attention, and we give that attention to them, and they cuddle up to us, and we're feeling good about this relationship, huh?
Yeah. But I think dogs are more empathic to us than cats, because cats don't care, man. They don't care about nothing. If you give them food, it's okay. If you don't, they will run away and find out for in another house or
Uh-huh.
another person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dogs are pretty faithful
Yeah,
friends and pets.
yeah,
So yeah, I can understand the point is that the dogs can provide a lot of friendship and companionship during the times when we cannot even be with other humans because of COVID or other problems in society. And these dogs and cats, they're with us. So I think it's
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. And another thing that I found in another article, actually, it is linked to this one that we look at that you put in the screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the capacity of dogs to be sometimes genius like a human being. And it's very interesting because, maybe it's about the capacity they have to learn tricks or learn, some stuffs, or to be trained to do, investigation tasks like, for FBI or for DEA, in the United States.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I think maybe and it's a big discussion. They have something beyond the instinct. Sometimes I think that this. I have never had a dog actually.
No,
I had a duck.
a duck
A duck, yeah.
in Brazil. You had a duck
In Brazil, yeah.
because I had a neighbor who had a duck, but that was kind of strange in the United States for us too. They had chickens and then they had a duck.
I had chicken as well, but I have never had a duck, a dog, because my father used to say, "Man, it's too much work,
Mm.
and we do not have space enough in our house to raise or to take care of a dog." So because of that, I have never had one.
Mm. Well, I've had dogs, and I actually had a dog until about two years ago. He died, and he was 17 years old. So he was old for a dog.
Hmm.
But I'm allergic to dogs and cats, so I don't want another dog in my life. I don't need a cat. I'm much more allergic to cats with their dandruff and their hair. So, but the dog that we had was wonderful. He was a good, obedient dog. He was kind and gentle. It was a little dog, a little Shih Tzu. Okay, so
Hmm.
it wasn't a big dog, but still, he had a good temperament, and he provided a lot of company for my wife, especially because he was in my wife's life before I was, so he had priority over me. I had to wait for him to live out his life, and then okay, now it's me. So now she has me as her dog. I'm the dog now.
Yeah, it's interesting. My wife has some how can I say, nieces, and that they are mothers
Mm,
now, and they have a kid, a daughter, and they have a dog as well. And it's very interesting to see the relationship between the child and the dog.
mhm.
And that dogs usually take care of the child, you know,
They can be
they
very
avoid.
protective of a child.
Exactly, exactly. And it's so interesting because, if you are talking about a creature that does not have uh, the ratio or the rationality, uh, why they behave like that.
Mhm.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting to see.
It is. So, dogs are used often for protecting us. They could be a larger dog and they can protect us if we're in a bad situation because the dogs can sense when it's dangerous for us. They can sense
Hmm.
it. If somebody is there with a gun, the dog understands that something's not right. And especially with the tone of the voice that we use with an intruder or a robber or something like that, they know that something's
Hmm.
not right. And they may attack this person. So that's pretty interesting to understand this part of their psyche, of a dog, to understand
Hmm.
that, they will try to protect us.
Yeah, sure, sure. And I was researching a little more, and there is another article that was talking about the benefits you can take from breathing with turtles. So the helping of dogs, the only the companion. So it's only necessary to be close to dogs.
Mhm.
In another hand, you can take some benefits just breathing with turtles. I don't know inside the water or not, but it's something like deep meditation.
Mhm.
So there are some researchers in this way. But what is very interesting, it is all these stuffs are connected to the modern life we are living now, so stressful, so a lot of problems to handle, to lead. So I think the cause or the origin is that. So maybe we are trying to back to the ancient times, you know.
Mhm. Yep. So I know that I don't want another dog, but I respect other people who have dogs and cats. It's just that I can't have them near me because of my allergies.
Mhm.
But I have been bitten by a dog. Have you ever been bitten by a dog? Did a dog ever bite you?
No,
A dog
no.
attacked me one time. And so when I walk past somebody with a dog, I'm very cautious. I'm always looking at the dog and looking at the way that it's looking at me.
Mhm.
So the dog's looking at me like, who are you? Okay. It's like, okay, I'm going to stop. You go past me. I'll go to the other side of the road or something. Getting bit by a dog was not cool. In fact, the dog was impounded. The dog was taken by the government. We call the Animals Protection Society or something like that. It's a
Mhm.
place where they keep animals when they have problems in the society, and they are there to help find homes for dogs that are no longer wanted by other people. They'll try to find somebody to adopt the dog. But I remember the dog that bit me was put in quarantine to be observed for 10 days to make sure the dog did not have rabies.
Mhm.
Because if the dog has rabies, the rabies are going to be transmitted to me. And then, you can die from that stuff. So the dog
Yeah.
was put in protective uh, care for about 10 days. The people had to pay for that, but it's not my fault. The dog bit me. I didn't bite the dog. So, but it was a little bit strange to have a dog bite me. I wasn't causing any grave harm to the owner of the dog, which was a teenager boy, probably around 14, 15 years old. And so, the dog felt there was a threat, and the dog reacted and bit me to let me
Mhm.
know, hey, get away from my master. So, uh, this,
Yeah, could be.
this idea of the dog having this special relationship with humans is pretty cool. To understand that it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's maybe it's a kind of therapy. There are other interesting therapies, animal therapies, like you know, there is another one. And when I used to work in Barra Funda, the company that I worked for, there is a park there, the park of Barra Funda, or you
Mhm.
know, and there is a Eras, the place where you raise horses.
Oh,
It's
we call a place. It's a ranch or stables.
Yeah, okay. So there is this kind of place there,
Hmm.
and they use to provide this access to people that needs uh, some care, you know, uh, mainly care about psychological or uh, recovery from some trauma,
Hmm.
and they use horses for that. I
To
think it is
rehabilitate,
it,
rehabilitate
yeah,
people. Okay.
yeah. I think it's the same with dogs, for example. Again, it's about the capacity of animals have to be empathic uh, with people in general.
Hmm.
Maybe this is the reason.
Yeah, it could be. So,
Yeah.
it's interesting to talk about these topics and to discuss, the relationship between the topic and ourselves. And here it's talking about the dogs and other animals that have a special relationship with humans. And so I don't know if you're a dog owner or not, people watching, but if you are, then you probably know very well that your dog or your cat is very special. In fact, in Brazil, it's part of the family. It's part of the family. Okay.
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool. And there's a lot of money spent on caring for the animals in the veterinarian office with surgeries and everything else, and lots of things to buy for the dog, special dog dishes, special dog foods, and for the other animals too. So the Brazilians do spend a lot of money on their pets to care for their lives and to make their lives as good as they possibly can. So it's pretty interesting. In the United States, it's kind of like that, but I think it's more so in Brazil that the Brazilians are willing to spend a little bit more money to take care of the dog or the cat, to help with their lives. So that's pretty cool.
Actually, it's a big investment.
It is. And I made an observation and I joke about it. In India, they have the holy cow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cow is sacred to them, for their religion. And in Brazil, it's the holy dog. Okay. Because when the dog is walking across the street, the car stops and they let the dog go. In the United States, many times, no, the dog dies because the car continues. It's different.
Interesting.
Different. So
yeah. And look, there is a part in the article which says when people were placed in situations where they were asked to perform mental arithmetic or endure a cold pressure test in which their hand is submerged in ice water, those who had their dog present and the smaller increase in their blood pressure and heart rate than those who had a spouse or friend present, according to this research. So, man, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I like to pet a dog, a dog that's gentle, and you pet the dog likes to be pet, even I like to be pet. Touch my head, it's okay. So animals like to be touched. In fact, that's a big factor in my observation about life. The human touch is very important for humans and for animals. Now, when we touch another human, when we touch an animal, that touch is very important in the consolation of the animal, the human, to make them know that you care about them. It's very important. So, the dogs, they like to be petted, we say, to be touched. And, it's good and it's consoling for the human to touch them. So it's a two-way street and it works very well.
Yeah. And it's something that came up to me now. Maybe this situation occurs because, there is a really subtle difference between the human support from animal support. For example, when you are in trouble or stressed, it's usually your wife or your friend used to speak to you. Oh man, I told you, you do not you shouldn't take this decision or do that or do this thing, and the dog just look at you in silence and stay like that. So it's very different. Sometimes to stay with another human could be more stressful than the original situation you are.
Yes, for sure. So listen, guys, it was very nice to have this discussion today. Thank you for joining us. And we look forward to you joining us again in the future. And so this is Uncle Bruce saying good evening, goodbye for now, and see you later, Juvenile.
See you, Bruce. Bye, everybody. Have a nice week.
All right.